What I have here is a beaker full of water, and today I'm turning it into water. Well, to do this, I needed a bunch of horrible and potentially carcinogenic chemicals. So I reached out to my friend Tommy, the nasty chemicals dealer, and I bought a lot of extremely scary hydrofluoric acid, which is expensive, but I felt that I'd gotten a really good price. So, the first thing that I did on it was add liquid nitrogen to the water. As I added it, the reaction seemed to go through a few different phases. The first phase is the phase. Over the next day or so, the water slowly got hazier and hazier until it exploded. At this point, though, the reaction wasn't quite done yet, and I was gonna have to let it stir like this for at least 10 more days.
Several days later.
Today, I randomly woke up and I felt that I was ready to see just how badly I'd screwed up. Surprisingly, it was looking like I'd somewhat managed to salvage things, and I was now ready to move on with the rest of the experiment. I just quickly added a large amount of 80% ethanol. I then took everything that I got and I carefully poured it all into a flask, which meant that I was gonna have to break them. After a bit of thinking, though, and searching online, I ended up finding what I felt was the perfect solution, and after a few days of waiting, I became the proud owner of the cheapest water chipper that I could find on Amazon. I then moved on to ruining the blades in my blender, which meant that I was gonna have to somehow fix this problem, and thankfully, after spending a long time searching online, I ended up finding something that seemed like it would work. So I decided to just go for it, and the first step was to take all of my nasty chemicals, and I carefully poured it all into a beaker full of water. I also decided to go with a full gallon of concentrated sulfuric acid. And after letting it stir for a while, I filtered it all directly into a large flask. At this point, though, the reaction wasn't quite done yet, and I was gonna have to let it stir like this until I basically had nothing.
That's perfect.
And now, after what was way too much effort and work, what I was left with was pure water, which meant that there was also, of course, only one thing left to do, which was to taste it, and to see if all of this effort was worth it.
Time to see if it was all worth it. It's one of the best
Water
I've ever had.
Wow.
I then just went ahead and jumped right into it,